Hi folks, welcome to or welcome back to Exposed, and if I'm welcoming you back and you like it here, I'd love it if you subbed and stayed. So while I've been idling, Lisa's popped up 3 videos. Which one do I do? I can hear you all screaming, do them all! I meant now. Which one do I do now? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Mo. So, last first. Best hair products. Do I really want to do that? Right, I'll do Hot New Makeup by Mario's SurrealSkin Foundation Try On and Wear Test for Mature Oily Skin first, because it's only 19.5 minutes. Then I'll do the Friday haul. And if I don't want to shoot myself in the foot, I might do the best hair products, but we'll see. Should we jump in with this one? Actually, I've got a feeling it's going to be on double speed and too quiet, so let me see. Right, we had her at 70, did we not? Yay! And yeah, I knew it. Put her on 1 time speed. I've just finished watching The Crown series 5, is it? The last one. And there was a line in it. And I thought, whoever wrote that line needs a promotion. I don't know if any of you watched it or if you heard it. But it's when she brought the doctor back to her apartment. And she's like, don't I get a kiss? And he's like, I don't know what you see in me. I'm an overworked, overweight Pakistani doctor. And she says, I already married a prince and he broke my heart. I'm just looking for a frog to make me happy. Boom! That was such a good line. Now we have to listen to Lisa. Are we ready?
Hey guys, it's Lisa, and today...
That is so loud. I don't know if it's that loud your end, but it's really loud in my head.
Today I am going to bring you my first impressions of the new Mario, I believe it's called Surreal Foundation. I actually ordered this the first day I heard about it, and then yesterday I thought, well, I'll just call my Sephora, and they had it. So they didn't even have it out yet, but I went and swatched. She brought all the ones out. She brought the 2 that I ordered.
That's when you know you spend too much money at Sephora. Tell me you spend too much money at Sephora without telling me you spend too much money at Sephora. You can ring them up. They haven't got them on the shelves yet, and you can walk in and they'll get them all out for you to test. That's when you know she's a good customer.
Out, and then she brought all of the shades that were kind of around it that they had, and funny enough, I ended up choosing the 2 shades that I ordered. 6W, light medium with warm undertone. So that is what...
You haven't got a warm undertone. I'll give you light medium at a push, but warm undertone, no.
6W looks like. I got 11N, which is light medium with neutral undertones.
Why the hell are you getting light neutral undertones and thing and what's it? Wouldn't you be getting the same undertone in a couple of shades to see which matches you? She just goes and picks a whole load of colours and mixes them about and says, oh yeah, that's me. I'd love to like chain her to a chair in a shop and have somebody put a spotlight on her and do a proper skin match and say, this is your shade. You are not olive. Why does she think she's olive? It's like you can want to be something as much as you like, Lisa. It doesn't mean it's going to happen. Poor Pele. Rest in peace. Had a long life though, didn't he? Where was I? Where was I? Ugh. I'm so out of practice. I have no clue what I'm doing anymore. How did you end up on AOL?
Hey guys, it's Lisa.
I give up. So where was I before? Welcome to the home of the demented. Right.
That were kind of around it that they had, and for an hour now. I'm going to talk to you guys right now.
Oops.
Which is light medium with neutral undertones. A lot of times I am trying to neutralize that redness, which usually happens better with a neutral, but I've got a warm undertone. Even though I've got broken capillaries and everything, I still have a warm undertone. So it's kind of tricky with me sometimes.
It's tricky with you because you're trying to address something that isn't there. You're looking... Sorry, I'm having a munchie. It's Christmas. You're trying to find a foundation for a skin colour that you don't have. And when you put it on, it doesn't look like you expect it to. You're like, oh, but I've got a warm undertone and I need to cut out the broken capillaries and blah de blah de blah. You've got... How many years has she been doing this and she still doesn't know what colour she is? And that she's not Naomi Campbell.
This is the...
Look, they're nothing alike. Absolutely nothing alike, and they don't match your skin either. So
11N. I would say they're very comparable in the depth of tone, but you can obviously see one is warmer, one is much cooler. Okay, so here it is. I've had it on for an hour now. I'm going to talk to you guys right now, go do some things, and then come back in a couple of hours this afternoon, I would say maybe after lunch, and then we can see how it wears at least for 3 or 4 hours.
3 or 4 hours isn't a wear test, Lisa. People want to know if they put it on in the morning to go to work, when they come home in the evening, they're not going to look like an oil slick, or it's not going to have disappeared, or whatever.
It's supposed to be hydrating, medium coverage, long lasting, and a brand new formula that hydrates and grips the formula to the skin. Okay, does anybody remember, I found a picture on eBay, I'm going to put it up here. Does anyone remember the old school 92, 93, 94, something like that, the old Max Factor that came in a glass bottle and it had like a shimmer to it? That foundation was so good. I loved it. I always used warm bronze in the summer.
Warm bronze.
That is very similar to these. And I don't know if you will be able to pick that up.
No.
But they have like a little luminous...
Going back to, she was just showing that thing from eBay. Somebody wanted $225 for that little bottle of foundation. I bet she could go rooting around in all her hoards and find an absolute fortune of old makeup she could sell, and perhaps recoup a little bit of the money she's paid out looking for the wrong foundation.
Like, I hate to say sparkle because I don't want to scare anyone off, but honestly, it's like a little luminous sparkle in the formula, which to me, that's great, because a long wear formula with good coverage with a little bit of luminosity is perfect. That's what I'm always looking for, because if I ever try to use a luminous foundation, typically they don't have the best coverage and they wear off really fast. They're not long wearing. So I'm hoping this is going to be the best of both worlds. So as I was applying it, as I've been wearing it for the last hour or so, and looking at it in the light, at the front door, all the different lights that I take pictures and everything, this is what I have come up with so far. The pros are the...
Sorry, this is my head working overtime. It's got absolutely nothing to do with the video. Well, it has in a way. Why is she always facing this way? Surely if you had that room, your desk would be there, but you'd be this side of it. You'd be looking at the door, so you could see the television on the wall. So has she got it set up like a desk, so she moves her chair around this side when she's doing desky things, and then when she wants to film and she wants the daylight, she goes around the other side. Can you imagine how tiring it must be being Lisa?
Price, $42 for 1 ounce in a glass, pretty glass jar with a pump.
It's not a jar, it's a bottle. I don't know what the hoo-ha is about a pump. You can buy a pump for pennies. And I don't think it's anything to look at all. So no, I don't agree with it being $42. See how it wears. That'd be interesting.
I think that's pretty nice. I think that's a good price. Coverage, I think it has excellent coverage. Now, I don't have a lot of like scarring or pigment to cover. I have redness to cover. And it really did, you know, cover my redness everywhere. That was a real big plus for me. So this side with this sponge, and then this side with the It brush, which is a must-have. Every time I use this brush, I hope everyone has this brush. It's so good. I thought both sides did very well. I haven't watched the footage back yet, so a lot of times I can see, you know, better looking from your angle than I even do mine. But it seemed like it almost went on better with the brush. Now to the cons. The biggest con to me is I don't think the shade looks very good on me. I think it's a little too light and neutral. You'll have to let me know.
Funnily enough, I was just sat here looking at her thinking that's probably the nearest she's ever got. Of course she doesn't like it.
I feel like it will do, but it gives me more of a formal, I always call it like a TV anchor, that formal look. And I feel like it might wash me out too much. It might be a little bit too neutral. Now, I still want to try the 6W because maybe...
Of course you do. Of course you want to try the 6W. There's no helping some people, is there?
Maybe this will have that little bit of a warmer...
No!
...undertone and it will be better. Another shade I would like to try, and I should have...
Oh, can you not just pick one and stick with it? She's given me a headache already. We're only 5 minutes in.
I've gotten it yesterday is the 8N. It's also a light medium with neutral undertone, but I think it had more color to it. I think it was like a little bit darker than the 6W.
Does she not see in the picture how far off these colours are? What does she see when she looks in the mirror? I despair, I really do. And thank you for tidying up the settee, Lisa.
So that is hopefully what I'm going to go do today, is go get that one, and then we can try that too. I have really positive...
It's not we, it's you.
...feelings about this foundation. I think a lot of you are going to like it. It feels very light on the skin. It did kind of set down, not really fast. You had plenty of time to spread it. The only con I would say right now, looking at it, is to me it just looks a little bit light and a little bit too neutral.
Can we have a vote? Who thinks this looks good on her? Of course she's going to go and mess it all up, isn't she?
So let me know what you think down below. Okay, let me zoom you in.
If we do let you know what we think down below, you delete us.
As much as I can, so you can look at it now.
Oh wow, you really see the texture when she zooms in, don't you?
Now, foundation always gathers right here on me because I have that pronounced, I need a lift. I've got that pronounced cheek. I'm just kidding, I've always had that. And let's see, sometimes, I don't know, I'm pretty good about it not building. Maybe a little bit right there, but I don't expect perfection. I just expect it to, you know, kind of, the color is probably the tone and the shade are probably my most important things in a foundation, and that's what's not right about this, but I'm hoping that I can get that right. I think back to the Hourglass when everybody was loving the Hourglass Ambient, and I just thought it was okay, and then I found the exact right shade, that 8, and just, I mean, I loved it. So I know that it has potential because...
Does the Hourglass start at 1 and go up? Because she isn't an 8. In what world would she be 8? On a scan of... I don't know.
Because it is just so pretty. I mean, it's really pretty, like right here. I will check back in with you guys in a few hours and we will see how it wears on my 52-year-old mature oily T-zone. I would say I have normal to oily skin, probably leaning a little bit more oily. And I will see you in just a little bit. Hey guys, so I'm back. It's 1:04. I put this on about 9 o'clock this morning. So I've had 4 good hours and I have been in the car. I went all the way to Sephora to get, I actually got 2 more.
And I've been in the car. What's that got to do with the price of fish? I don't understand.
Shades. I am not giving up. This foundation is gorgeous.
Yeah, exactly. Why have you not just got samples from the beginning? If you're going to insist that you're not the shade that everybody tells you you are, but you want to wear the shade that you want to wear. Get a sample. Pick them out of the sample. And then buy a bottle. No, she's Lisa.
Gorgeous. So I wanted you to be able to see it close up. And you can see where I wore sunglasses. And of course that wore off, but honestly, that did not even wear off as much as it does a lot of times. I can tell that this formula is kind of I don't know how to say it. It's not like it's a serum thin formula, but it's a thinner formula that seems to, like he said, seems to last. And look how luminous it is, but not oily. This is pretty good. I'm really impressed so far, and I did not want to give you a bad impression by wearing the wrong tone. Now, when I watched my footage back this morning, I thought, you know, it looks pretty good. But
exactly! But you sit there, picking yourself apart, convincing yourself it doesn't look right, fucking scrutinating, that's not a word. Scrutinizing yourself to the nth degree, and then you have to go and buy something else because you want to look like somebody else. You're never going to look like them, Lisa. You're you. Can you not get used to your own face and your own colour and stop trying to be Naomi bloody Campbell?
But in photographs, I'll put one up here, and I asked the girls at Sephora, I looked in the lights and everything there. We all think it's a little bit light and a little bit too neutral. It just doesn't add any life to my face, but I like everything else so much that I didn't want to give up. So this is a 4-hour check-in. I'm going to go downstairs and remove just the face makeup, maybe the lips, but I'm going to try to dodge my eyebrows and my eye makeup, and let's just do it together. I've got this microphone on my jacket, but I was thinking I better take off this jacket because you know how even I'll put it right here, even a different color sometimes can, you know, make your foundation or something look different, and I want it.
And who is gonna want who is gonna want to go wash their face, take their makeup off and reapply makeup with a jacket on? No one.
Everything to be consistent. It is so pretty. It is so pretty, you guys. It is. This is a good one. So I'll be right.
I thought we were going to get through this video without a, this is a good one.
Right back with no makeup, and we are going to try, they didn't have it in, but I got the 8 in, and I was looking at their display and I noticed that 9W looked really good, and I had picked it up. The girl came out from the back and she said, I think this is going to be your shade, and it was 9W. So I'm feeling so good. I'm feeling like this is going to be it, and I'll be right back.
Does anyone get that excited about a foundation? I can understand people that suffer with acne, the joy they must get when they've got not a heavy duty, but a good cover. I've got no words today, as you've probably gathered. A good covering foundation that makes them feel good about themselves. She isn't hiding anything. She hasn't got anything to cover. She's just trying to make herself look like somebody else. And she's getting all excited because she might have a warm toned foundation like she keeps telling everybody she is. You're not.
So I am going to use the same thing that I...
Wow. What have you done to your face? Does they look weird with no foundation and her eye makeup on? I don't know how people do that. People do that, don't they? Do their eyes first and their foundation after. I can't do that because you have to swirl, tap and buff with bare minerals. So, do you know what I mean? You'd be rubbing off the corner of your eyeshadow. I don't know. I'm waffling. I'm sorry.
I used before, which is the Sisley Double Tenseur. I actually just did get a new primer when I went to Sephora, but I'll show it to you in my Friday video. I want it to be consistent with what...
Stop doing the mouth thing. You don't need to do the mouth thing.
I used earlier. Okay, see how fast my face got red? As soon as I touch my face, it gets red. I mean, this is very soothing. And I'll just have to wait a minute and let the redness calm down because I don't want it to throw you guys off. Okay, while we're doing that...
Your face has never been that red, Lisa, ever. I've watched you from the very start, and I've watched you manhandle your face a lot more than you just did then. That's not just red. There's something funny going on. Anyone else think so?
Let me swatch for you the 8N. Yes, so this is going to be for light, medium, neutral.
Don't put it on your hand, put it on your face.
Ooh, that looks good, doesn't it? Okay, now...
Doesn't.
Now let's swatch 9W. Ooh.
Look how excited she
9W
got.
is pretty. Wow.
You're not that colour. For fuck's sake.
Both of those look good. 9W looks good.
You knew she was going for that before she even went for that, didn't you?
Yes. Let me... Yeah. So that is the 8N.
Which looks perfect.
And this is the 9W. That's it. This
No,
is what I
it
noticed, and I
isn't!
don't know how to...
The one that's melting into your face is the one you should be using, not the one that stands out like a sore thumb and looks green. She's just a hopeless case, isn't she? She's never going to listen.
To really put this into words. When I put on a foundation and it is the perfect color, even if it's not the exact same color as my skin, it just, I don't know, it'll go into my skin and then it'll automatically, I will have like, what am I trying to say? I keep wanting to say sculpture. Dimension. Dimension is the word I was looking for. So when it's the right color, it's just the dimension, just it's like a natural contour, just a natural dimension comes in my face. Whereas when it's too light like that, it looks flat, and I have to depend on makeup to give me that.
Isn't that what everyone in the history of the bloody world does, Lisa? Your foundation is your foundation. It's like priming a canvas. And then that's why people use bronzers and contours and all the rest of it to put the dimension back in their face. But you, of course, do it arse about face. Why did I think you wouldn't?
So that is a little difference for me. Okay, let's go for the 9W, and I'm going to do one side with a brush. Let's see, I'll do it same as I did last time. Last time I did this side with a brush and this side with a sponge. Okay, I'm so excited. Okay, so I'm going to do one pump.
Lisa, do you ever watch these back and think, man, I look sad? What am I getting all giddy over?
Of the 9W.
Yeah, could you actually pull your hair back? That'd be a start. And it's beautiful. No, it's not. It's green. Why isn't she just honest and say, I don't want to look the colour I am. So I want my face to look this colour, and then I'll self-tan to make sure the rest of me follows.
Oh my goodness, you guys. Thank goodness I did that. I know this video is going to be a little all over the place, but it's going to be worth it to have the right shade.
It's not the right shade. Am I alone here? It's the Emperor's New Clothes again, isn't it? That looks awful, Lisa.
There we go. Okay, so now let's do a pump. I don't know if I did the exact same amount on this side. See how easily it goes on and how well it covers?
I thought you'd taken the microphone off. She can go to the shop whenever she wants and get different samples and blah-de-blah-de-blah and still not find the right shade. Do the people that make these things not realise how difficult it is for us stuck at home that either don't have the shop, don't leave the house? Do you know what I mean? It's like, could we not get sample packs sent when you say, I want to buy this, I want to try this thing, foundation, help, words, and, you know, I can't get to the shop. I don't know what colour I am. But it's like they don't want to help. They want, no, of course they don't, do they? They want you to buy umpteen different foundations till you find the one you want and pay for all of them. That's what they want. Here in the UK, I'm on about. You can take them back in the States, can't you? We can't.
That is perfect. And I don't think it oxidizes too much because I had worn that, you know, for 4 hours before. So
now you're doing the side with the sponge with the brush.
Get it. I don't want any
I thought you were showing one side with a brush and one side with a sponge, and now you're just brushing the sponge side. Did you do that before as well? So you're misleading how the sponge applies it.
This and those lines. Okay, you guys. That is so pretty. I found this in my drawer and I was like, I forgot how much I like this. It's the Lancome Tint Idole, and I'll put the number down below. But it's a good concealer.
I just can't with this woman.
Okay. Okay, coming to life here. Now I'm going to use the translucent Laura Mercier. And I'm just applying this just like I would any foundation and powder. No more, no less. With a damp beauty blender for sure. Now let's do just a light bronzing with the Huda bronzer. This bronzer is not extremely pigmented.
What does she see? Somebody help. Is it a special type of mirror that she has?
Okay, now let me straighten my mirror here. Oh gosh, that's so pretty. Okay, now let's do my favorite palette, which is this Pat McGrath palette. And I just grabbed these brushes that were up here. This one looks, yeah, let's do, this is a powder brush from Laura Mercier. Okay. Highlight tops of my cheeks. Like that. And then this blush. What do we think?
Do you really want to know? I don't think you really want to know. I'm sorry, I'm going to use this. I don't think that colour matches her or suits her at all. Maybe if I do a thumbnail and she sees it glaring out at her, she might actually see what I see. Or is it just me? Do you think that suits her? I'm sorry, I don't.
Okay, now the lips. So I gave this lipstick to my mom for Christmas. It's the Tom Ford Spanish Pink. And yesterday...
You've had that for donkey's years. Why have you only just given your mum one? I thought everything you got, your mum got one of.
She was saying that she put it on and she needed a lip liner. And she said, and I put on, and she said, let me go see which one. And she said, Ideal. I said, Mama, I'm so proud of you. That's such a good combo.
Oh, for the love of God. Mama, I'm so proud of you. You picked the right lip liner. Dumb and Dumber.
So I had to wear it today. This is probably the closest lip liner I've ever had to my color lips. So good. And now to add just a little bit, I use this Sisley number 3 gloss. And that just gives it a little bit.
Does anyone else hate the way she does that with her lips? That I can't show you, but you know what I'm doing, don't you? In slow motion. Yeah.
It will help give it dimension, and it will help the lip liner blend in with the lipstick. Okay, you guys, just get it. At least go get a sample. I mean, it's beautiful to me. Oh, I need to let you see up close, don't I?
Don't I? Her country's coming out and are a bit more recently, isn't it? No.
Look how pretty it is. And I just, you know, like literally just slap that on. And I have not even done a setting spray. I wanted it to maybe be matte for longer. Maybe use like the Urban Decay All Nighter or the Charlotte Tilbury or something like that. I generally don't like those, but I'm not really needing my makeup to last more than 4 to 6 hours anyway. And I'll tell you what I do when I look in the mirror.
See, that's the thing. You can't take a review from her seriously, because she doesn't actually do anything. Most women get up, they run around feeding kids and husbands and what have you while they're trying to put their face on and get out the door to work themselves. Then they work an 8-12 hour shift and come home and do it all over again. What does she do? Goes to the car wash or tootles around Sephora. That's hardly a wear test, is it?
And I see that I'm really, really shiny.
Oh, but she was in the car, folks. I forgot about that, whatever that means.
Take a napkin or a tissue, and I do like this, and I do like this.
I pat it with a tissue. No, I do like this, and I do like that. Really, Lisa?
This, and it takes it away, but the rest of my face is kind of fresh and everything. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope that you stuck with me until this point. Now I don't have any cons. I have all pros. Wow. Okay, so it is the Mario SurrealSkin. The color that ended up working for me is the 9W, and it's $42. I believe it comes in 30 shades. It's long wearing. It's medium coverage. I would say a generous medium coverage. It does have like the little sparkly luminosity to it, but you see what it looks like. There absolutely is no sparkles in my skin at all, and it's just fabulous. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what you think down below.
Can I? Can I really? Let me give you this video as what I think, and you tell me in your next video what you think about what I think. That'd be interesting.
Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys on Friday. See you then. Bye-bye.
Woo, where's the water? Right, if you got this far with me, thank you very much, and I will catch you in the next one.